Hello my lovelies, how are you? I hope you're well. Happy Wednesday. It is a cold all day today. It's been horrible here. I did not bring the sunshine bag with me, I'm afraid. I've had a lovely few weeks off almost nearly now. 2 weeks off, which was lovely. We did do the Moda quilt along last week, but I've been busy sewing all week. I've had lots and lots of cuddles with my new baby grandson. He's so delicious. And had an amazing time on holiday, so it's all been lovely, thank you. Back to work tomorrow, back to the shop and get ready for festival, because festival starts next week, so we are going to be busy over the weekend. We've got a class on Saturday. I'm doing a class on Saturday. Sarah Jane's at Penarth Quilters as well, and then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday we're going to be packing like mad, ready to go up to festival on Wednesday, so it's going to be a busy few. I've had a few days off, so it's going to be crazy busy now, isn't it? Hello, my darlings. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Helen. Oh, nice to see you all come online. We are going to make a little bag tonight. Cute little pattern that I sort of saw made with like sort of felt table mats, and I was like, I wonder if we could have a go at this in fabric. So that's what we're going to do. Hi, Melba. Hello. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Shout out if you've got any questions, if you want to chat, just talk along with me. We're just going to crack straight on with it tonight. Okay, so we're going to go over here, and this is what we're going to be making, okay, is this little curvy bag. Now this can be made in absolutely any size at all, depending, it comes out at any size depending on what size circle you start with. I've done this with fat quarters, okay, so we're going to be using fat quarters tonight. You can see you've got I've put a little bit of pom-pom trim on. This pom-pom trim, I've just uploaded a load of new colours to the website. It's in the haberdashery section, and it's it's under a section called pom-poms. Where have they all gone? Oh, there they are. And we've got a load of new colours in them. So this is the small pom-pom trim. This is really useful. I love this stuff. It's really great for like the edges of cushions if you don't want big pom-poms. We've got like this beautiful royal blue as well. It's it's called a tiny pom-pom, this one, and it's on a braid. But it's also really nice for adding a little bit of detail into bags and stuff. Oh, we've got lots of you coming online. Hi Jean, hi Ali, hi Angela, hello my darlings. There's about 6 or 7 new colours there. There's a gorgeous rainbow one as well, which I haven't got over with me. But yeah, it's all on the website if you do want any of this. So this is what we're going to make tonight, is this little crafty bag. It ends up, so hopefully you can see inside, you've actually got some like really useful pockets in there as well. Okay, it's a nice easy construction. But it's one of those cute little bags that, you know, you could take your lunch into work, or if you go into craft class and you want to put, you know, like all your bits and pieces and all in there. Nice, easy little bag. On this little sample one I made, I've used some webbing on it. But tonight, the one we're going to do is we're going to actually make straps for it. Okay. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Marilyn. Hello, darlings. Lots of you coming online. Lovely, lovely. So what you're going to need is 2 fat quarters. Now I'm using this is new from Bunny Hill. It's called My Summer House, and I just think this is scrumptious. There are some stunning fabrics in this range. Hi Claire, hello lovely. And you can do this with 2 fat quarters. Oh, why are you flickering? Don't you start flickering. I thought I'd fixed you. First thing you want to do is make a square. Okay, so it's a fat quarter, but what I'm going to do is pull this down like that. Okay. Oh, it's flickering really badly. Why are you doing that? Don't do that, guys. Okay. Hopefully you can see this. I've folded it on the diagonal so that the edges meet here, and then I'm just going to trim off this excess here. Okay. So basically just make a square, and it doesn't matter what size square you use to make this bag. You know, you could do much bigger ones, you could do much smaller ones. Entirely up to you what you do. You've just got to start with 2 squares. Okay, so I'm just going to take off this little bit of excess here. Okay, because I don't want that bit. I want it to be nice and square. So like that and like that. So what have you all been up to in the last 2 weeks? I'm going to do the same for the other piece as well. Okay, so open it out like that. I can put edge to edge on the diagonal. Like that. And then I can just get rid of that little bit of excess. Now it doesn't matter that I've got the selvage on this piece. Come on, there we go, make it right. I'm just going to double check that they are the same size. You do want them to be the same size square, so you could measure them, I suppose, if you wanted to, but actually, yep, that's perfect. Just get rid of that. I'm going to leave the salvage on it because that's all going to be disappeared inside anyway. So, what have you all been up to? Anybody been up to anything interesting? Anybody got any news to tell me? There we go, like that. Right, next thing we're going to do, sorry, I know the camera's not very high tonight. Hang on, let me move that out of the way as well. Let's get rid of that lead out of the way. Hang on, I'm trying to make me some space. Oh, why is this camera flickering? Hang on, let me just check that all the leads are in properly. There we go, I've just pushed all the leads in completely. Hopefully that'll stop it. So, what we're going to do is we're going to fold them together. So right sides down on both of them, like that. Okay, so I've got my 2 squares, right side down, okay, like that. And then I'm going to fold them. No, it's still flickering, isn't it? Oh, this technology. Fold it in half like that. Okay, and then folding it in half again. So basically I folded it into a smaller square. Hang on, I'm going to try and just see if I can get this, make sure that these are all tucked in properly. All the USBs are in nice and tight, and hopefully that'll stop the flickering. So I've now got a smaller square, okay? Again, doesn't matter what size. Looking forward to seeing you too tomorrow, my darling. Haven't seen you for ages and ages. I want to measure how wide my square is. So mine is 10 inches, there to there, okay? So we're going to make some marks so we get an even-ish circle, okay? So I really want a longer ruler. Hang on, let me just grab a long ruler. Let me grab a very long one from in here. I had to tidy up earlier, put things away. Now I've put things away I needed. So 10-inch mark there in the corner, like that. So first of all, just mark yourself a little line diagonally, okay? And then measure 10 inches up from the corner here, like that, okay? And then just make a few more marks. So go 10 inches out. So my 10-inch mark is here to there. Make another one like that. And you can just use these little marks to get a nice even circle. Okay, it just gives you a little bit of a guideline rather than having to totally freehand it. There we go, like that. And then I'm literally now going to just freehand a circle in. Okay, so I'm just going to join those marks to get that curve in. Okay, now if you're worried about freehanding a curve, you know, use something circular. If you've got like a large plate, oh hang on, that's gone a weeny bit wonky there. There we go, like that. Okay, and I want to cut that curve out. Not been a good few weeks. You've been told you're being made redundant. Oh, hun, that's not horrible. Oh, bless you. Looking forward to festivals so you can come and see your favourite fabric enablers. Well, I hope so. Hopefully we'll see you at festival, lovely. Now I'm just going to cut this out along that curved line now. Okay. Now you could do the scissors if you wanted to. I'm just freehanding it with a rotary cutter, but just be careful if you do this. Okay. It doesn't have to be an exact circle. You're just getting a bit of a curve going. Okay. Well, I hope you find another job soon, Natalie. I hope everything goes okay for you, lovely. There we go. Okay, like that. And then when we open, next thing you want to do is just make a little nick on this corner bit here. Okay, so get your scissors. Make sure it's not within a quarter of an inch seam allowance, but just make a little nick through all the pieces. You're going to need that to line up later. Okay. Hi Leslie, how are you, love? So, open these up now. I just want to take them apart like that, and I'm just going to line those little notches back up like that. Make sure everything's nice, which it is. Want to get my iron over like that, and then with the right sides out, these are really quick. Once you've done this little bit of prep work, these go together really, really fast. With the right sides out, just iron in a really good crease down there, right down the center, okay? Like that. There we go and do the same on the other piece as well. Hi Claire, how are you, lovely? There we go. So Phil and I had an amazing time on holiday. Anybody? Oh, this is flickering badly and I don't know why, guys. It shouldn't be. Phil and I had an amazing time on Cos. It was really, really beautiful island. Not been before, and but it was really beautiful, beautiful. Anyone else? Has anyone been to Cos? Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. I would happily go back there. It was a fantastic place to go on holiday. Really relaxing, stunning scenery, just lovely, really lovely, lovely. Right, okay, so I've got that nice sharp crease on the right sides. Turn them back in, so the inside is showing. So you've got wrong side out, like that. And then you want to put a couple of pins in. So you're going to pin together this curve, like that. Now I know this looks odd here, but you want that crease going the right way for later. It'll help, I promise. Okay, pop a pin in there. Ooh, come on. And a pin in there. There we go. And then again, just this side. There and there. I'm really sorry about the flickering, guys. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Yeah, we did lovely. It was really, really fantastic time. Very relaxing. It was crazy hot. I mean, I love the heat. The hotter the better for me, but it was a bit too hot even for me at one point. I was less like, whew, yeah, I need to be in the pool, definitely. Well, in the sea mainly, because we have beach days most days. Oh, why? Why are you flickering? Stupid camera. I'm sorry, guys. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm going to have to reset them all again, I think. Okay, in there and in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mark a little gap. So at the top up here, I want to leave a gap for turning. So what's that, about 3-inch gap? Again, you know I always mark them because I'm rubbish and I forget otherwise. 1, 2, 3, about there. Okay, and I'm going to take them over to the machine and we're going to stitch from here all the way up to there, leave that little gap there, and then all the way back down. You don't need to obviously stitch this bit here. Okay, so hi, can you hear me now, guys? Why? How bizarre. Why have I got sound on 2 of the cameras and not on the other one? That's strange. I'm probably going to get an echo now. When I come off this camera, it's going to echo. So I'll have to fiddle with that. Oh, I tell you what, drives me crazy, these cameras. Okay, so there we go. Right, what was I saying? I was saying I had a bit of a worry day on Tuesday while we were away, because that was the day the baby was going to be born, and because Cara had to have we knew she was having a C-section, so Phil was like, right, let's keep you busy. So we went shopping in Cos Town and just waited with my phone in my hand the entire time, just to wait for the phone call. Hang on, I'm just going to go back to the main page so I can see your comments. There we go. Back on, brilliant, cool. Right, it's likely when I go to the overhead I'm going to get an echo, so you'll have to give me a second. I'm going to have to just quickly sort the microphones out. So our proper microphone, for some reason, doesn't like to work with this laptop. It works on other laptops, but it doesn't want to work with this laptop. So Drew sorted the microphones out because it was only this one, the sewing machine microphone, that was working. So he managed to get the overhead mic working so that the sound was better, but for some reason it's not on this one. So Nearly there. I'm just going all the way around those curves, leaving that gap in the top. There we go. Cool. Right, okay, I'm going to go over to the overhead. I think I might get an echo now, so I'm just going to go back to the software a second. Hopefully we're over here. Have I got an echo now? Hang on, if I get rid of, hang on, if I turn, I'm going to turn that one off, guys. Tell me if you can still hear me, okay? Can you still hear me now over here? So, because I think I'm just on the, it might be a bit quiet, but I think I'm just on the sewing machine microphone now. So you can hear me, brilliant. Okay, as long as you can hear me, I'll just leave the one sewing machine one on, okay, for now. And I'll work out what on earth's going on with it all. Ow, pins. So yeah, I was wandering around Costown in the heat when Rory rang and then video calls and stuff to let us know he was here and he was all safe. So, and nowhere near as tiny as they thought he was going to be. He was actually 7'2", so he was a good size. I'm just going to click that corner there. Now I've got a flickering camera. Oh, these cameras. So sorry if the flickering is annoying anybody. Once I come off air in a minute, I will reset all of the cameras and hopefully it'll stop the flickering. I'm just, I wonder if, I just don't know which one it is that's causing the flickering. It's very strange. Actually, it's not good. Thank you. He's so delicious. I'm completely besotted already, as you know, quite rightly so. But he's just, and he looks so like Jonah. He looks so like a little man. They're proper little peas in a pod. It's just like having Jonah again as a newborn because he's just so like him. And Jonah's been really cute with him. Actually, he's been really, really sweet, really gentle, and lots of my baby brothers. Every time he talks about stuff now, it's my baby brothers. He's only got one, but it's a lot of brothers. Right, just going to use a little turner. I've turned this through and you want to push it all out and then we're going to give it an iron. And then we can actually start constructing the bag. Push that out there. Okay, I'm going to do the same for this one. Push this through. Okay, so out like that. All the way through. He's very, very cute though. I am a little bit besotted, I really am. What is it about grandkids, for those of you who got them? They're just, oh, delicious, delicious. There we go. Okay, right. So, back to the iron now. I need to give these a good iron and then we can start construction because it's a very quick and easy construction. I think these would make beautiful like gift bags if you're starting to make ready for Christmas. Sorry, I know that's the C word. But if you're starting to make ready for Christmas, beautiful for that. You could use some really pretty Christmassy fabrics and stuff. I think maybe if you're given a present or something, just as a birthday present, it's nice. This is a nice little thing for that. But I actually think they're really useful for. I'm always needing a little bag. Like particularly when I'm teaching classes and stuff. You just want a little bag to chuck all the patterns and all in, so you know they're all together. I'm just turning that under on that top edge, keep that curve going, and giving that a good press. Okay, so that's one. Let's do the same with the other one. Okay, so get that. Oh, I've left a pin in that one. Stupid girl. Hang on, let's have that pin out. There we go. Thinking, why is that not pulling out? It's still pinned. You're allowed to be besotted with your gorgeous grandsons. Ah, jolly good. There's nothing better than being a grandparent. There's really not, is there? It's just, it's different. I mean, I love being a mum. My kids are amazing. They really are. But there's something a bit different about being a granny. We took him to Cheltenham, Jonah and Jude to Cheltenham on Monday to meet my mum, so meet their great granny. And he was very good in the car, which was nice. And I'm just going to turn that under there as well. There we go, like that. Right, okay, so I've got basically half circles sewn together with a little gap for now. Now, now we're going to do a little bit of, so first of all, you've got to decide which you want to be on the outside. So what I mean by that is, you see this is the outside of the bag, so I wanted to see more of this one than the polka dot, okay? So whichever one you want to be on the outside, you want to put underneath, like that, okay? So put that on the left with the curved bit facing that way. And you want to measure, first things first, up like that, okay, to make that quarter again. And just mark this centre line here, okay? So finger press it in like that, and then just pop a little mark there. And where's it gone? Just there. Okay, so just mark that centre point there. Okay, great. The mum is, yeah, it's lush actually, really, really nice. So, and do the same on this one. So find that centre point, finger press just there. That centre point there, and mark. Okay, so just so you've got that little line there, that helps in a moment. Next thing you want to do is you want to mark in from that centre point. I'm using 6.5 inch because that's what my ruler is. Okay, like that. Okay, just make a little mark here. So I've measured in 6.5 inches along the centre line and make a little mark there. Okay, and that centre point there is going to line up just there. Okay, so that centre of the curve is on that 6.5 inch line. I'm really sorry about the flickering, guys. And the next thing you want to do is just make sure that that one is definitely, so these are definitely straight, they're nice and parallel, so you can use the lines on your mat here. So I've got that one on there, just make sure that that's parallel, so I've got the same amount like that, and that centre line should run right the way across all of it. So put a couple of pins in like that, okay, and pin it down, pin them together there, put another one in there, put another one in the middle, okay, like that, pin it all down. Just going to move that one out of the way a second, put that way. Now I'm going to be sewing the underneath curve in a moment, so just make sure you've got no pins in the way of that curve. Flip it over, so this is going to be the outer, this is going to be the inside. And I've put some pom-poms on. I'm going to show you how to do the pom-poms, but you don't have to. If you haven't got them or you don't want to use them, that's fine. What we're going to do is we're basically going to stitch that curve in like that, from that point up here to that point there. Okay, we're going to stitch that curve down. But I thought it would be nice to add a little bit of something to it, which is why we're going to sandwich between the pom-poms. Okay, and we're going to add this in all the way down. Okay, so we're going to do that just to add a little bit of something. So going back to the machine, I'm going to keep an eye on the comments. Can you still hear me? Hopefully it's still working. Okay, hang on, let me just go to the software a second. Yeah, I think we're still working. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to change over to my zipper foot. It's much easier with the pom-poms. Yes, brilliant. Okay, cool. Pop your zipper foot on like that. And what number is that? 4D. So let me just change that over to my zipper foot 4D. There we go. Just so that it knows what it's doing. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to slide this in underneath the zipper foot. Having the zipper foot on means that your sewing foot is not having to go over these bobbles of the pom-poms. It's a lot easier to have your zipper foot on for this. Okay, right, I'm going to sandwich that pom-pom in there. Okay, and then I'm going to be stitching nice and close to the edge of this top fabric. We're just going to add, like I said, you don't have to add this detail in. You can just stitch it straight down, but I thought, why not? We've got all these new colours pom-poms in. Why not have a go with them? Why not try them? So, like that. You could put like some rickrack or some lace, or you could put little tiny prairie points in here. Anything at all, really. What I'm doing is just stitching down. Now I'm coming up to the gap. Just make sure that's all nice and neat. Obviously sewing this down now, it's top stitching it all in place. It's going to close up that gap as well. You could use, you don't have, like I said, don't have to use pom-poms. You could do a really pretty decorative stitch here. That would work as well. There we go. Nearly there. Just make sure that's where I want it to be. Taking my time. Oh, hang on. So it's moved a weeny bit. So let's just, there we go. Take that pin out and anchor that down in there. And so nice and closely. So when I get to the end, right, that's how long the pom-poms are going to be. So I'm just going to trim that off just there. Like that. Tuck that in. Like that. Okay. Hopefully you can see that, guys. Right. Okay. Oh, phooey. No, I messed that up. Hang on 2 seconds. Come back over here a second. I just messed that up. That last little bit. It's because I looked up at the comments. Right, I'm just going to unpick that tiny little bit. Look, can you see I missed it just there? Because where I was cutting it, I pulled it wrongly. So let's just take that off. Just a second. Just undo those few stitches so I can get that pom-pom trim in. I don't want to mess it up at that stage. The rest of it went in lovely. The rest of it's gone in nice. Here we go. Right, okay, so I'm just going to re-stitch that bit and make sure that that's really in there properly. Okay, back to the machine we go. And go. So what have you guys all been up to? Has anybody got anything? You're not very chatty tonight. Has anybody got anything interesting to tell me? Anybody got any news? Anybody been up to? Anybody off on holiday? Anybody watching from abroad? What are you up to? There we go. That's better. Nobody got anything to tell me? Fair enough. Oh, right, okay. Mind you, I think the comments for some reason have stopped. Let me just flip back over. Yeah, strange. Okay, right, so that's the outside there. Okay, that's all nice and stitched together now. Okay, and you've got that little bit of trim. So we'll flip it back over. You take these pins out now, like that. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to partially stitch this one. Okay, so first thing I want to do is just make sure it's still lined up, which at the moment it is, which is great, like that. Okay, want to make sure that that's all nice and flat. Reopen it back out. What we're going to do is we're going to stitch across. So just flip this way, like that. Okay, we're going to stitch just this piece. So I'm going to draw it on for you, but you won't need to necessarily draw it on yourself. I'm sorry about the flickering, guys. We're going to stitch down there, and we're going to stitch from halfway between this point and this point over here. Okay, so from here, and then halfway from there to there, to there. So we're going to stitch down there, and then there to there. Okay, and that's going to create those pockets. Okay, if you want a wider opening in your pocket, do it slightly. In fact, I'll do a narrower one side and a wider one that side. Okay, you can play around with that. You flew back home yesterday. Oh, lovely. Come back home from all that lovely weather over to this. It's not fun, is it, Nikki? You went to a Nicholas Ball workshop on Sunday. Oh, amazing. What one? Oh, I'm going to leave the zipper foot on just for now, just for easier easiness. I'll just swap it in a minute. What did you go to? What workshop did you do? I love his work. I think he's really, really talented quilter. Really talented quilter. There we go. Like that. And then just back stitch there. And then I'm going to go from that little mark I made. And again, I'm top stitching, so nice and close to the edge. Okay. I left the quilt he was doing recently, which was like a shoal of fish. That was really, really cool. Cheryl, you finally got insurance approval after your flood over 3 months. Oh, bless you. Now waiting for building maintenance team to call. Oh, I hope it gets sorted soon for you, lovely, and you get back to a bit more normality. It's crazy, isn't it, that they take so long to deal with stuff? Because it just leaves you in such a mess, in such a bind. There we go. Okay. Right, so back over here we go. I'm going to give this a quick press. So stitched up there, just get rid of that pen line like that, and then halfway down both of those. Okay, so flip it back over. So this is the outer. So we're going to fold it right sides together like that. Okay, and we want to line these edges. So I'm going to put some pins in here. So I'm going to line those two side edges there and there. Stick another one in the middle. And align these edges here. Make sure those points are together. And then we're going to stitch down those. Okay, so I've bent so many of my pins this today. I'm back over. Improv quilting, no rulers or measuring, very liberating. Learn freehand curved fish. Oh, amazing. Oh yeah, sorry, just got to quickly change this foot again because it's much easier with a normal foot on. There we go. And put that back to my normal foot. 1D, there we go. So I want to stitch down these sides now about 1/4 of an inch. Okay. You bought his book, yeah. He's he's based in Cardiff. He's fantastic. He's absolutely just so clever with his improv work. I really love how modern and clean everything looks. It's great. So all the way down there like that side. Make sure I backstitch. I remember he did a free quilt along during COVID, which I followed avidly on Instagram, which was like Christmas trees, or like different types of trees. So basically just improv triangles, but yeah, it's very, very interesting techniques he does. There we go. Okay, and then back over to this one a second. All pins out like that, and then we're just going to box the corners. Oh, there's another one there. Okay, and then we're just going to box these corners. So I'm going to push this out. Okay, make sure that that's nice and even, flat, like that. And I'm going to measure down 1 inch. Okay, so just 1 inch from the point. So 1 inch from the point down. Again, if you want a deeper box, then you can just make it, make that bigger. You could make that 2 inches if you wanted, but that would be quite a deep base on it then. Okay, so 1 inch is about right for this size of circle that I'm using. Okay, and then the same on this way. So let's just flip that out like that. Make sure that's nice and flat. And 1 inch down that way. There we go. And then I'm going to stitch across those lines I've just drawn on both of the corners. So this is fab bag. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I saw it done with felt. Like felt semicircles, and I was like, "Oh, could we do this with fabric?" And I wanted an excuse to use this fabric as well, so because I think it's beautiful. It's called my summer house. It's lovely. And then we had those pom poms in. I was like, "Well, definitely going to do this on a live." There we go. So I've got a live tomorrow. We're going to do something tomorrow lunchtime at 1 o'clock, but there aren't going to be any lives next week, as in like tutorial lives, because we'll be at festivals. So I will be doing lives Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday from Festival of Quilts. So again, let's get rid of that pen mark and away. Now you could, if you wanted to, flip this up and just hand stitch that in. That doesn't bother me that that's going to be in the bottom of the bag. Just stick, hand stitch that up if you want to. Get rid of all your ends and everything as well. But it doesn't really bother me that they're just hanging around in the bottom of the bag. Just get rid of that one there and that one there. Turn this inside out, right side out, sorry. So through we go, like that. And you've got the start of your little bag. Okay, so make sure you get your fingers right in the corners to push them out, like that. And there's the start of your little bag. Okay, and I was thinking about it earlier actually. You could, if you wanted it stiffer, you could actually put a piece of wadding in there. You could put a wadding inside the circles. If you use the fusible wadding and fuse it to one side where you were doing that semicircle stitching, when you turned it through, we wadded. I haven't done this one wadded, but you could do if you wanted to, if you wanted it a little bit more sturdy, I suppose. But I quite like the fact it's a bag that'll roll up small out of the way when it's not in use. Now, you've just got to put a strap on. Now, like I said, with this one, I just used some cotton strapping that I had lying around, and I just popped it on, okay, just to make some handles. But there is enough left from your fat quarters to make some straps, okay? You could make some little straps. So what I did was I cut a 3.5 inch strip across out of the bit that was left. So this is 20 inches. So that's across the width of the fat quarter. There was 3.5 inches. I've just right sides together and stitched down the edge, okay, to make a tube. And then I've got these. So I bought these from Gale at Endless Threads. They're little forceps. And oh my God, these are amazing for turning stuff through. You just roll it all onto the tube like that. Open up the forceps. Oh, hang on. Open up that. Open up the forceps like that. Put an edge of the fabric in like that. Hold on tight. Squeeze. And then you can just pull the whole thing through. Come on. Like that. Super fast and quick. I love them. They're brilliant. They were about £3.50, I think, something like that. Gail's got them on her website. And if you go onto Endless Threads, they're on her website. Not something we sell, but absolutely brilliant if you're making like tubes and things. You know, your dress making or bag making or toy making as well. I've moved the seam right to the back, and then we're going to give it a press. So I know some of you lovely ladies are coming to the Tree of Life class on Saturday that I've got running. I know Eileen, you're coming, Nikki, you're coming as well. So I will see you then. And then I'm just going to turn under just about 1/4 inch. I'm just going to turn that under like that. Get rid of those raw edges. Like that. And iron that again. There we go. And then the same that side. Iron that again there. Turn that under. Come on. There we go. Tuck it in like that, and then I'm just going to stitch that down. So I'm just going to top stitch all the way round and the ends. Okay, so over we go. Anybody else Claire's been telling me all about her day. Anybody else got anything they want to tell me? Nikki's flown back for Nikki's coming to the Tree of Life as well. Where is that? Oh, it's a website, lovely, Endless Threads. Gail's done a couple of lives with us. She's on Create and Craft as well. But if you Google Endless Thread, she's got a website, and you can get the forceps from there if that's where, if that's what you're talking about. Nobody else is chattering. Is anybody else there? Anybody else got anything they want to tell me? No interesting news? Come on, I've been gone for 2 weeks. There's got to be something. There we go, all the way down. Just about 1/8 inch away from the edge. The class is being held by us, lovely. That's at the merch round the corner from us, from the shop. There we go. Okie doke. So all the way down like that. Back over here. And I've got my straps basically. Oh, I've got a long thread there. Where's that come from? Where's that come from? Give those a press. And I've made them. How long have I made them? Yeah, sort of 20 inches long, those ones. And then how you attach them is entirely up to you. You can tuck them inside like that, or you tuck them on the outside as well, which looks quite nice too. Let's put this one on the outside, I think. Only stuck with me. Oh, Claire, I'll happily talk to you, lovely. Don't you worry about it. Nobody else is having a chat tonight. So I've measured in about 1 inch from the edge there and about 1 inch down. So I want that to sit, oh, actually, sorry, 2 inches down, like that. Okay, so I'm going to pin that one there. I'm going to put this one on the outside rather than the inside. You could put a pretty button or something on there as well. Make sure this is not twisted. And then I'm going to put this one on the other side. Again, inch down, inch in, and then about 2 inches down like that. You've had your head in a different colour. You might not recognise you on Saturday. Oh, you're coming in disguise, lovely. And then I'm going to stitch those down. But what I'll do is just add this one on this side as well. We can do all the stitching at once. So I'm just being lazy and doing it like this. So just making sure I pin just on the one side. Okay, making sure that the same length and in the right place like that. Okay, we're going to stitch these on and then we're done. Oh, I'm intrigued now, Nick. Are you coming in disguise, lovely? Right, just taking the little table off because it's easier to get it all under the machine like that. And then I'm just going to literally sew a square on. So round like that. Again, top stitching about 1/8 of an inch from the edge. All the way around. There we go. Much more coppery than usual. Ooh. Gone a red hedge. Saucy. And then there we go. So that's the first one. Oh, hang on. Just get this out of the way. Let's do this one. Take the pin out of my mouth. Once the first line of stitching's done, I tend to take the pin out because it's easier to manipulate the whole thing. You could put a cross in the centre as well if you wanted to. I don't think you necessarily need to. Oh, ow! Got my nail then. Buttons to match the pom-poms would be good on the strap ends. Yeah, that would be lovely actually. I think a nice button here just to accent it. I mean, these are quite a strong pom-pom colour, but I thought they looked quite nice as a contrast on there. So, oh, hang on, let me just get that one in the right place. There we go. Nearly done. Round we go again. I think lots and lots of you are coming to festivals. So many of you have said you're going to see us there. The quilt is, the Manx quilt is in the exhibition. I've had everything through to say it's all in and ready. Charlotte keeps telling you to go pink or purple. Oh, go for it, Nick. Why not, eh? I've been umming and ahhing because my grey is, I'm completely grey. Totally and utterly grey. Obviously, I dye it black. But I'm having to dye it like every 2 weeks at the minute because my roots are so bad. But I'm not ready to go grey yet. Really not. So I'm umming and ahhing about going back red because I was like pillar box red for a while and I loved it. So I'm umming and ahhing about going back to pillar box red. There we go. All done. Bag sorted. Added those on. So back over here we go. And there we go. My straps are on and I've got my little bag. I think that's a really nice idea actually, Claire. Like a really nice, like a pick up either red or this lovely blue and put a button over those bits there. I think I actually prefer it with the straps on the inside. I think it doesn't ruin that line quite as much. But you know, it is what it is. It's done. I've done it now. You know, but that's hang on. Put the table out of the way. Oh, if you loved it, give it another go. Yeah, I think I might do. There we go. So there we go. That's the little curvy craft bag. And then when you open it up, you can see you've got, you know, I mean, if you're going to class, you know, you're going to get all your bits and pieces in there. You get your scissors in there. You get your rotary cutter. You get lots and lots in there. You've also got these little handy pockets here. Okay, so actually, you could put your rotary cutter like face down in there, and it would hold it quite nicely out of. Oh, actually, holds it really nicely out of the way. You know, you get loads and loads in there. Just a really cute little bag, and I quite like the construction. I thought it was a bit different with that nice curve happening. So cool. Right. What's that, Eileen? You weren't ready to go grey either, so your hair naturally as dark as yours, so you went blonde. Oh, maybe I'll go. But I've never been a blonde. I've always been really dark, except for when I was pillar box red. Actually, that's a lie. I had really dodgy highlights in the 80s, blonde highlights. When I was like 13, 14, I was blonde then, but I've never really been blonde. So yeah, I'm just not ready to go totally grey yet. So it's either put up with the fact that I've got to dye it every 2 weeks, or maybe go red. Maybe go red. You never know. My mum went blonde when she went grey. She used to dye her hair red, and then she like that plum colour, and then went blonde to let the grey grow out like less noticeably. And now she's the most beautiful like silver fox. She really is. I mean, got the most amazing white hair, and but I don't think mine's going to be that white. I think I've got way too much salt and pepper going on in there. Right, my darlings, I'm going to go. I will see you all tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We've got a really quick little thing, but I had an idea, and I think it does work because I've tested it out. It might be something a bit different, something a bit fun. So I will see you all tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Take care. Nice to be back and nice to talk to you all. Take care, darlings. Bye.